Hello people! Welcome back! This is the first video I've had the time to do in a while, and the last time I asked you guys to vote for a video topic, you chose a history video. Originally I was going to do this video during March, so it would have been a completely different topic, but we're in May now, so I've decided to switch the topic to one of our big holidays of the month, Mother's Day. The history of Mother's Day isn't really something that I hear people talk about a lot. If I asked one of my teachers why we have Halloween, they could probably answer me. If I asked my parents, for whatever reason, why we have Christmas, they'd be dumbfounded that I don't know the holiday's history yet when we have an entire church service for it every year. But if I asked them why holidays like Mother's Day or Father's Day exist, they wouldn't be able to answer me. So here I am doing some research for a short video on the history of Mother's Day. As it turns out, Mother's Day in America doesn't have happy, wholesome origins, and the woman who started it actually tried to have it abolished. It starts in 1907 with a woman named Anna Jarvis and her mother, Anne Jarvis, whose own story starts way earlier. Anne Jarvis was an activist during the American Civil War. She started the Mother's Day Work Club in 1858, and some of the jobs that the club did included raising funds for the sick, inspecting food for anything that could spread illness, improving sanitary conditions in the community, and working to bring down infant mortality rates. Anne Jarvis also organized a Mother's Friendship Day during the Civil War to bring soldiers from both the North and the South together in peace. Anne Jarvis eventually died in 1905, on the second Sunday of May, the day that we celebrate Mother's Day today. But it actually didn't start right at her death. Most sources consider the first Mother's Day to have taken place on the second Sunday of May in 1907, when Anna Jarvis held a memorial service for her deceased mother. The people in attendance were given white carnations, the same flowers associated with Mother's Day today. So the carnations were an interesting little detail that I did end up looking into a bit. While the fact that they were carnations is not super important to the overall story, as a plant enthusiast and a story writer who has done lots of research on flower symbolism for her novels, I had to look this one up. One piece of information that I managed to scrounge up from my sources was that carnations were Anne Jarvis's favorite flower, and so that was why her daughter, Anna Jarvis, handed them out at the memorial service. On top of that, a couple of quick Google searches led me to find that carnations are symbolic of love and devotion, with the red and pink carnations given to living mothers symbolizing love and appreciation, and to mothers' unyielding love respectively, and the white carnations used for dead mothers, symbolizing pure love. These flowers are actually a really good choice for Mother's Day in terms of their symbolism. Anna Jarvis fought for Mother's Day to become a recognized holiday, and in 1914 it was finally made into an official national holiday and put on the calendar by US President Woodrow Wilson. Originally, Mother's Day was supposed to be a much more intimate and personal holiday. It was supposed to be a holiday for families to appreciate their mothers and all that they do to take care of them. It was meant to be a day of gratitude, a day to honor your own mother. Mother's Day is, in fact, purposely spelled with the word mother being singular and possessive, as Jarvis preferred. The purpose of this was to send the message that each family should take the time to honor its one and only mother. Things quickly took a turn. After Mother's Day was made official, it was commercialized. Huge, rich industries did what huge, rich industries do best with any major holiday. The floral, greeting card, and candy businesses swept in and made a profit off of Mother's Day. Mother's Day cards, candies, and sweets for Mom to go along with her traditional Mother's Day carnations. Massive companies wasted no time in setting up their products and their advertising just right to make Mother's Day into a holiday of gifts and spending instead of focusing on actually honoring and appreciating your own mother. Even charities claiming to help poor mothers were just jumping on a chance to make a profit. Obviously, none of this is what Anna Jarvis had in mind when she held that first Mother's Day in 1907, so she fought back against it. By 1920, she was boycotting the florists and urging people not to buy from them when carnation prices shot up during the month of May. She condemned any organization not sticking to her original sentiment about the day, even charities. Mother's Day, or at least motherhood, actually became something of a political weapon during the suffragist movement, with anti-suffragists arguing that mothers were too busy raising the kids and running the home to be properly invested in politics. On the other side, suffrage groups argued the right of mothers to have a say in their children's future. Although Anna Jarvis had many opportunities to also use Mother's Day to make a profit, she never took any of them. The florist's industry offered her money, which she refused, and after receiving an inheritance from her father and her brother, she spent the money fighting back against the commercialized monstrosity that Mother's Day had been turned into. Jarvis threatened to sue anyone who used the term Second Sunday in May or Mother's Day in their advertising, since she'd actually copyrighted both terms before the holiday was made national. Companies got around this by changing the position of the apostrophe. Mother's Day singular possessive to Mother's Day plural possessive. They changed the meaning of the holiday from what Jarvis originally intended, both in the way they treated it and in terms of the language itself. Remember, Jarvis wanted this holiday spelled with the word mothers being singular possessive to signify that the day belonged to individual mothers. Each mother is honored by her own family. Each family focuses their energy on appreciating their one and only mother. Mother's Day, plural possessive, changes the day to be about all mothers in general. Just go out there and celebrate any old mom, why don't you? All you have to do is appreciate a mom, not yours. Towards the end of her life, Anna Jarvis lived and was cared for in a sanatorium. She was in her 80s, and although she had spent all her money fighting back against the commercialization of Mother's Day, even going door to door collecting signatures in support of an appeal to rescind Mother's Day, she was never able to get it removed from the calendars or stop companies from making a profit off of the holiday. She died of heart failure in the sanatorium on November 24th, 1948, at the age of 84 years old. Today, we continue to celebrate Mother's Day on the second Sunday of May every year. Plenty of companies still make a large profit off of it every year, but personally, I don't think that means it has completely departed from its original meaning. Yes, it is sad when big companies monopolize a holiday that was never actually supposed to be about huge gifts or spending large amounts of money, but I, for one, have never seen people spending money just to spend money on Mother's Day. For some people, their love language is gift-giving, and so perhaps taking the time to go out shopping and really take their time picking out a present that they think will make their mother feel really appreciated, happy, excited, or loved is how they honor her. For others, maybe their mother just really likes flowers or would love a card or candies, and just because companies are selling Mother's Day products doesn't mean that that's what you have to get your mom. When I was a kid, I never bought Mom anything. I handmade her a card. Dad, on the other hand, actually made money, which he would spend by buying her flowers, chocolates, and taking my mom out on dates for Mother's Day. And I continue to find people using different ways to spend Mother's Day. Some just want to spend quality time with their mother. Some know that their mom actually does like receiving gifts. Some families will celebrate all together, and of course, for every holiday, there is a group of people that doesn't celebrate at all. On top of all that, the American Mother's Day as we know it in the West isn't actually the only Mother's Day origin story that we have. Dia de las Madres is a huge holiday in Mexico. Japan used to have their version of Mother's Day on Empress Kojun's birthday. And the holiday is an entire 3-day festival in Ethiopia. India takes it further with a 9 nights long festival, and in the UK they celebrate on the 4th Sunday of Lent and call the holiday Mothering Sunday. France's Mother's Day, Fête des Mères, takes place each year in May or June depending on Pentecost. The idea of celebrating and honoring your mother is not a new invention. Even the Greeks and Romans had their own version of the holiday. In the end, it wouldn't be right to let a holiday born out of love and appreciation die because there were some companies who went and made money off of it. If we let big companies making money stop us from celebrating our loved ones in the ways that we know they'll appreciate being celebrated, or from celebrations in general, we'd have to give up Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, Halloween, Easter, New Year's, and those are just the common holidays that I can list off the top of my head. Imagine the holidays I forgot to throw into the script. So really, my message for you here is this. Take time today to celebrate and appreciate your mother in a way that you know would make her feel honored and happy. Use your own best judgment to decide whether you'll buy her carnations, cards, candies, or anything else, or maybe you know she'd be happier getting nothing at all but a little bit of time with you. Heck, maybe all your mom actually wants is some acknowledgement and then a much-needed nap. But you probably know what your mom wants this holiday, or at the very least you'll know what she won't appreciate. Either way, don't let anything, not the history of Mother's Day or companies trying to make a profit, prevent you from giving your mother as much love and appreciation as she deserves, no matter what form you send your love and appreciation to her in. Thanks for watching, happy Mother's Day, and I'll see you all in the next video.